And we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiskey Charlie, the War Game Chat, our monthly show on YouTube. I'm your host, Mo from Mo's Game Table, and joining me are my two awesome co-hosts, everybody's favorite Gimp with the Limp, the GimpyGamer, Nate Rogers. How's it going, Nate?
Another glorious day in the court, man.
And the recently sick, half ill, Have Sharp, the wargaming wizard from Oz from the big board. How's it going, Kev?
Oh, he's magnifique. I am fantastique. What can I say?
Go away and you come back speaking a weird language.
No, who knew, right?
Yeah. No, that's cool. And everybody saw your travelogue, and we'll be talking about that because I know everybody's got a lot of questions for you on that. And it was really cool to travel along with you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, definitely looked like it. But unfortunately, you picked up some nasty bug along the way.
Yeah, I got that traveler's bug. I think had a hefty, fever last night. I'm a lot better today. I'm vertical and I'm just tired. I got a cough, so I'll be muting myself quite a bit to potentially cough. I do have a honey and lime juice, and it may have some other stuff in it. I think like hot water and or bourbon,
hot toddy,
which might help soothe my throat. So hopefully we'll avoid any,
there you go.
Stuff.
That's the thing right there. Too much cold and wind. You're used to the Texas sun.
Yeah, I got dumped on so many times, but only when I got out of the car.
Really? So when you were driving, it was okay. Only when you got out of the car, it started raining.
Yeah.
Is France one of those countries that drives on the wrong side?
No, they're normal.
Oh, just Britain.
Yeah, it's just the UK and Ireland, right? So.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is there. They drive all wrong, but
Australia, obviously, right?
I don't know. France is just not a place I'd want to go. I mean, it'd be cool to see like Normandy, but it's
I tell you what, though, mate. So Paris for sure. You could stick that where the sun don't shine. I've been to Paris tons of times and don't enjoy it. I went for work. I fell in love with Normandy. It is beautiful. It's inexpensive. People are kind. Half of them don't speak a lick of English, but they'll still work with you to, give you a croissant for a freaking euro, right? Which is, like $1.20, and it's the best piece of bread you're ever going to eat. An espresso is $1, so breakfast was cheap. The most expensive meal I had was a 3-course dinner, and it was 36 euros for the food, and then I won't say how much I spent on wine.
Was that about $40?
Yeah, it's like $40 for 3 courses, and it was really, really good food. Salmon, and then beef with this soybean or edamame thing around it, and gravy and bread, fresh bread, and it's great. And then an apple crumble dessert thing. It was really, really good.
Well, it's the thing over there. The bread is nice and fresh, not like the preserved for 22 years bread that we get here in the States.
Well, that doesn't even really count as bread anymore. If you can squeeze it and it unfolds itself, I mean, can you really call it bread?
Yeah, it's more like a sponge.
Yeah.
So I went to buy, the last day I was there, I went to buy croissants, and I knew that I was because I was staying at the airport overnight, and I wanted to have something for breakfast because I knew the breakfast at the hotel would either A, be crap or be expensive, and it ended up being free and crap. But so I bought extra croissants. I bought 4 croissants. So the lady goes, "You want 4?" And I went, "Yeah, I need 2 for tomorrow." She goes, "Oh, no. Just come back tomorrow and buy them. They'll be much, much better." Like, no, you don't understand. I'm not here. So they make enough for the day, and then they make more the next day. And some of the other stuff keeps it a little bit longer. It was the food was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's like small restaurants here. The mom and pop restaurants are better than any of the chain crap you can go to now.
Exactly.
Yeah. They all have their own unique styles, and you find the ones that you really like, and you keep going there, and you know what you're going to be. You know the quality is going to be good every time you go there.
Yeah.
Kev should have taken some war games for him to give to some of the guys that live overseas, saving the VAT tax, having that crap shipped in.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like take extra luggage just to help people save some money. You know what's interesting? So the week before,
Screw you guys.
Yeah, really. Like, what are they going to do? Pay me in beer? Oh no, change my mind. I'll do it. But the Mrs. and I were in Portugal the week before, and we had a free place to stay through a friend, and we used airline miles to go. So it was like this super cheap holiday and anniversary thing because I'm a real big spender when it comes to that sort of thing. And we couldn't. What was I going to say? Oh, there's this tax on sugary things. So Coca-Cola, port, stuff like that. There's a 23% tax in Portugal on. Not too funny, Jeff. On those things. So you order a $10 glass of port, it's $12.30.
Jeez.
It's unbelievable. And if I order a glass of wine, not a problem, $4, right? It's all good, right? You can drink wine all day long, but ports and Coca-Cola was like $5 a can there.
Jeez.
It's just funky, right?
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like a vice tax stuff they tossed around.
Oh, syntax. It's complete
syntax, big time.
Syntax. Meanwhile, everyone's sitting there smoking. So go figure, right?
That is kind of odd. I mean, I've never been to Europe, so how was it over in France now?
It's still full of French people.
I mean, how was it over in France?
Well, I didn't know. So they don't break.
Well, you said you're full of French people. I mean, there's been like with all the immigration, all that stuff. Do you see any effect of that while you were there?
Yeah, so that's interesting. So in Normandy, like in that whole area, at first I was like, well, it's just all tourists and French people.
Sure.
And then the last couple of days I was venturing further inland, so more into like Bayou, Cannes. Started seeing more Muslim folks. I saw a few ladies wearing the headdress, but no burqas or anything like that, which I think I outlawed anyway. But I didn't. I saw a lot more ethnicities for sure, but it was very much a very generic Anglophile, still Francophile and Anglophile crowd. Still very busy for the weather and the season. I thought it would have been a lot quieter. A couple of places I got to first, I was there by myself. It was awesome because I was like Pegasus Bridge. I was there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the British Memorial. I was there by 7:30 or 8. I was the first person there.
Nice.
So I was there by myself, and you can take pictures, and I could goof around and take some pictures, and not have to worry about editing people out or changing the shots or stuff like that. But I enjoyed the terrain. Like I found, and I don't want to. I don't know if we have a topic tonight or not, but I enjoyed the terrain. I found myself being more interested in driving. There's one road called D514 that runs basically parallel north to south. Sorry, east to west. I think it is north to south. Yeah, east to west along the coastline, and it's all the beaches except for Utah. Or Utah. I forgot it. Anyway. Utah. And you can weave in and out of all these little villages, one lane wide, and then you see these 10-foot high brick walls that are clearly being repaired a long time ago, where they got smashed by a tank or a shell or whatever, and just all these narrow alleyways and the bocage, and I found out how the bocage actually.
That's what I want to see. I want to see bocage in real life.
It's freaking cool, dude. I've got a few pictures and stuff. We can maybe look at them later if we want, or we can look them offline. But it was just cool to see the physical terrain and get out of the. So I would be driving along, beautiful sunrise, or the sun would come out and stop raining, and I jump out of the car and stop and just walk around the edges of these fields and these brambles and the bocage and stuff, and just try and imagine you're a platoon leader or a company leader or trying to direct a battalion to go somewhere. It's really, really difficult, right? Just all the little roads and weaving nonsense, and then you can then back up off the beach, a mile or 2 miles back, you've got these massive fields of fire where, even an average piece of artillery is going to splatter the crap out of you. It was just super interesting from that perspective. That was a Gold Beach, I think, where there's this hill and just this wide open plain and then a wide open beach. So that I got more kicks out of that than going to what's pretty heavily commercialized, I would say, generally speaking. A lot of mannequins, a lot of dioramas, a lot of replica equipment, and then a lot of real. You had to dig around. I found a really cool place that had everything was authentic, and it was the smallest place I went to, but it had thousands of pieces of shit in it that was all authentic. It was €9 to get in there, and it was the best museum I went to, except for some of the ones that were a little bit more tactical, like the British Airborne Museum was awesome because it showed almost each battalion of the airborne units from the Brits that landed, where they were, what happened, what they did, and the Merville Battery and all that sort of stuff. So it was pretty cool. Anyway,
that's cool. It's even better when you get out and you can walk around. And it would have been kind of cool if you had brought a couple maps with you, just to kind of compare.
Oh, the game maps, yeah. Because so it's funny because I've got the killing ground here, and it's 2 kilometers a hex, I think, 2.5 kilometers a hex. So you miss a lot with that, but
it would have been close.
D-Day at Omaha Beach.
Oh, that game, yeah. That's what scale is that? But that's covered in dots. I can't see anything.
It would just be interesting to have the game at the actual beach.
Yeah, 1,250 yards is Battle for Normandy. That's much better, right? Yeah, I'm also going to plug maps around.
I'm trying to see if it says. It doesn't say the size.
For D-Day?
9 kilometer long. 250 meters per hex is what it is.
250, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, 250 meters per hex for D-Day at Omaha.
Yeah, and I don't know.
So that would be kind of cool, but it's also a mounted map. You don't want to be unfolding a mounted map as you're walking around. What's that?
The one I have, I think, is paper. I think I've got an older version of it.
Oh, okay.
I just use one of these,
There you go.
And I highlighted everything, every place I went to, and
what was the coolest thing that you saw there?
The coolest thing that I saw.
Thing that hit you the most?
Oh, well, it hit me the most emotionally. It would have been the American Cemetery. I was there at taps, just by coincidence, pulling the flag down, playing taps, and I'm going to tear up right now just thinking about it. I didn't know that was going on. I was trying to be all artsy fartsy and take pictures and shit. I heard taps going. I saw the flag coming down. I was like, "Oh crap! Oh my gosh!" I stood up and took the hat off and started filming.
So the French have people there at the museum who play taps every day?
Yeah, and everyone gathered around. Not everyone, but 95% of all the people that were there hundreds, gathered around as I took the flag down. You'd see all these old vets saluting and hand over heart and all that stuff. Every day. I asked every day they play taps and bring the flag down, do flag folding ceremony, and take it in and put it back up next morning. So that was just, wow. And then
that's respect right there.
Yeah.
Well, dude, yeah. And look, there's plaques everywhere. You could spend, and I don't know, it depends on what you're really interested in, right? I think if you wanted a general knowledge of D-Day, you could go to the 2 or 3 museums and you could be done, because every museum has the generic, a bunch of brave men stormed the beaches and made incredible sacrifices, and it was a challenge, and then they get a few little details, and then there's a bunch of stuff, and then you leave. But the little, like the Dick Winters statue, which I came across totally by accident, that was just very moving to me. Yeah, on the back of it, it's got this big plaque that says leadership, and it's in huge letters, and everything else is small. Dick Winters worked, was this guy and that guy and did this and this and this, and he was in this unit, and that's it, right? And it's him, charging forward. That just got me. Like that was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing there is that they're still paying respect to the men who owed them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think that these were not their countrymen. Right?
No.
This was someone else's countrymen who came to your nation and
Mm-hmm.
sacrificed everything that you could get your country back and live freely. I mean, that's the biggest sacrifice someone can make. And the fact that they're still showing respect and honoring that's just awesome in my opinion.
Yeah. And I would say, I did say earlier on that it felt commercialized. I would say it felt commercialized, but it wasn't cheesy and glitzy and disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
There was no, even like the worst restaurant that was clearly a tourist restaurant. Everything was very subdued. It was just really bad food, right? But I felt like there was just a thoughtfulness about it all. There's
somber.
Yeah, I mean, there was one place I stopped, and it was for one of the battalions of the 101st Airborne, and it was at an intersection that I was lost, going the wrong way, doing something. GPS had fritzed out, and I came across this little plaque. I go, oh, okay. I'll look at it. And it's just a little plaque said, hey, these guys fought here, did this, did that. Thumbs up. Thanks for doing that, guys. Love you. Right? I mean, It's awesome. Right?
Yeah.
It's the same way. I took my kids recently, a few weeks back, took them to the battleship off the North Carolina coast. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the battleship. It was World War II historic battleship. And the atmosphere that you talk about, the people on the ship, the tourists who were there, they had the same atmosphere. People were quiet, a little more subdued. They kind of understood that they were seeing what these guys lived through. The conditions that they had to endure.
Yeah, it was kind of like that when we saw the Yorktown in South Carolina. When we were there over the summer, went to Fort Sumter, and we saw the Yorktown, and you see the areas that were destroyed on the ship that were rebuilt. And, they talk about how many people died in those different sections and all, and just going through it. It was funny. My wife and her friend were like, it is so hot. I was like, it's hot. Yeah.
Imagine being in the South Pacific.
Imagine being in the South Pacific.
Oh, my gosh.
In combat, down in the engine room.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want to go down there.
Why would they keep the Yorktown but not the Enterprise? That baffles my mind. Of all the ships this country should have kept as a museum ship, it should have been the Enterprise.
Do you know how big that thing is, dude?
Was.
Well, I mean.
At one point in history, we had one functional battleship fighting off the entire Japanese Navy. That ship and the men on it risked everything to keep this country in the fight long enough that we could build up what we needed to bring the fight back to them. Right? That ship should have been kept as a museum piece of any ship that we kept. It should have been that one. All the others, the Yorktown, the Hornet, the others, they either got sunk or they got damaged so badly they were taken out. They didn't come back for years later. At one point, it was literally Enterprise versus Japan. And they did it. They succeeded.
Right. You mean CV, not battleship?
Yeah, CV. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I knew that's what you meant.
Just don't worry about it.
Just for the viewers at home.
Just don't worry about it, because I have a feeling that we'll see another Enterprise at some point in our future.
Yeah, but it'll be a spaceship going to Mars.
Yeah,
well, we've already had one spaceship Enterprise, so the shuttle. But that was one of the cool things about Enterprise. The TV series was they went back at the beginning. They did a montage of all of the Enterprises prior to it, which I thought was cool. Starting off with the HMS Enterprise, and it went all the way through up to the shuttle, and then the NX-01 in Star Trek Enterprise, which I thought was kind of neat. John saying he enjoyed your shorts. Traveling the narrow roads, eye-opening for sure. Now, imagine traversing that in vehicles.
Yeah, well, so driving
tanks, and stuff. Yeah,
driving in France is just weird. I mean, just the whole idea of speed limits, it's all advisory until it's not. And,
Really?
there's these cameras, speed cameras and stuff. I think I got busted once, but it's 110 kilometers per hour. And then all of a sudden it's 80. And then it's exactly the same stretch of road. It's not like in Texas where, I can only use Texas as a reference because of the bit, but you know how it'll drop down to 55 for a residential area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're driving along and it all of a sudden goes down to the equivalent of 55, no change, just change the speed. And then it goes not up to back up to 110, but it'll go up to 80.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll go to 110. And then so I'm driving at 110, being a good little punchkin, because last time I was overseas and rented a car, I got 3 speeding tickets and didn't know it. Well, fortunately, I was working, and so they all just got submitted. Ancillary charges, and so the people are blowing by me, doing 30, 40 kilometers an hour faster. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll follow you.
Not a limit. It's minimum speed.
It's a suggestion.
It's a suggested speed. So I'm tagging along with these guys, and then all of a sudden they slam their brakes on and they see the sign. It's radio controlled speed. So, okay, I'll step behind you. It's just weird. And then you're on a narrow country road where there are tractors coming, and it's wide enough for 1.5 cars. So you have to pull over, and people are like flashing their lights at you, like, "Dude, can you go faster, please?" Like riding my ass and this whole thing. Anyway, it was pretty fun. I got a leg ready to
It's kind of like that, like if you go into Oklahoma, you'd be going 70 miles an hour, 65, 75, whatever it is, in different areas.
Yeah.
And then you come across the bridge and it goes like 70, 65 or 70, and then boom, 40.
Right.
It's just like boom, and it drops right away.
Right.
And there's cops right there.
Right.
It's like, that's what we call a speed trap, people. I mean, you got to let people slow down.
Yeah. And that was the one thing that I actually did appreciate, though, was that there was no cops waiting to give you a ticket. It was either cameras or nothing. Only time you saw the gendarmerie was when they were off to do some rescue on the highway or something. Their lights were blaring and off they were going. I didn't see a policeman on foot the entire time down there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was very calm, very safe, very
so then how, like, you didn't see, did you see, obviously you didn't see beat cops like you'd see in like New York City, but did you see police cars at all driving around?
Only when they had the lights on and they were in maybe traffic and people just trying to move out of the way. And the asshole would speed behind them then. It's French. What are you gonna do? So that was in Paris.
How was Paris?
I really don't know.
You were just in and out?
Straight to the airport, stayed at the hotel. Where did I eat? What did I do for dinner?
McDonald's.
I don't think I ate dinner. I had a bread roll and some cheese and stuff left over for lunch. I ate that, and I got a couple of whiskeys. I chatted up the bartender and gave me a free whiskey, and went to bed. Had to get up early, so.
Yeah, speed limits are that way here because like speed limits like anywhere from 70 to 85 in Texas, and that's
I mean, you can go like 7 miles an hour over, right?
Did you stand out as an American, or did they peg you as like an Aussie?
Well, I'm not an American, but thank you.
But you live in Texas. You're here now.
No, I had a lot of people ask me where I was from because they couldn't place whatever they thought my accent was. So.
Well, it's kind of
they're like, is it Adelaide or is it Sydney? And you're like, no, Purville, Texas.
It's Texas now.
Hell yeah, I'm from Texas, hon.
Got me a steer and some guns back home.
Yeah, you should come on down. Pay us a visit. We have 2 types of wine here, white and red.
Pretty much. But
Anyway, who's been playing games? I haven't.
yeah, I have not.
You didn't bring
been
any
playing.
with you to play while you were gone?
Dude,
Sound like he was pretty busy.
I was gone 11 hours a day for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, but you got still a little time before bed after the hooker goes home.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
What about you, Gimpy? What have you been doing? Making
well,
videos?
Hold the flag up for us, Gimpy.
what flag? I've been doing a little this one, Miracle at Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
Oh, sweet. Lutman.
Dunkirkwa?
I've been wanting to cover more Legion game stuff. So
Mhm.
Herman contacted me about that, and I was like, yeah, I'll cover Miracle at Dunkirk. And actually, it's a pretty good game. I had fun with that. I got a video of that one coming up here soon. And shit, what else have I been doing? Finally getting back to Thin Red Line Games. Gonna do Dark Woods. I've still been meaning to get that one to the table. But yeah, Miracle at Dunkirk is actually really well done. I mean, Herman Lutman does good at everything. So
Yeah. What style? Is it a push your luck game? Is it a hex encounter
No.
game?
it's how long can you last before you lose?
Yeah.
You can't win that game.
Well, you win by how much, by getting a high score and beating
Yeah.
your previous high score, evacuating as many troops as you can.
So
But
it's the push your luck model. It's like Crowbar.
Yeah, like you
And-
can't kill the German
But
troops.
the other way,
Big start.
you're trying to get away and you're trying to get to the beach.
Yeah, but
you're
I
trying
mean,
to get them on ships. Yeah.
you push your luck to get more people away versus push your luck to
Yeah.
achieve the objective. The
One of
objective is
the
to
neat
get away.
things about the game is the fact that you have to turn some of your combat troops into evacuees. That's the only
Right.
way you can get points. And now there are some just regular evacuees, and they represent like the cooks and the nurses and the first ones that they would have removed, right? But there's only so many of those counters. Even if you rescue all of those, that's still a failure. So you can't
Right.
win the game unless you get at least some of your combat troops out. But it's that choice, like, when do you start pulling guys off the line? And the more guys you pull off the line, the faster the Germans are going to come in and then get down to the beach before you get enough points off. So it's like this balancing act the whole way around.
I get you.
I
Yeah.
think he designed it with enough luck to give it that replay value because
Mhm.
there's a turn order system with the cards. So you've got like 4 cards for activating your troops, 2 different sets for the German Air Force, for the German ground troops. And depending on the order that you're drawing these cards, sometimes the Germans are going to go first. Sometimes they're going to go twice in a row and they'll hit you real hard. Or maybe you'll go and you'll be able to get your guys entrenched. You'll be able to hold out longer. So I think that games like that, when it's solitaire only, you're playing for a point system, you need to have that high replay value with that random nature.
Yeah, you got to. Otherwise, it gets repetitive. You crack it, and you're done. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with a game like that. If it did, I just need to learn the pattern, then I'm done.
Exactly. If it was the Germans always go first, then you'll have your turn, and then the Germans
Mhm.
are going to go again. You would be able to build up some type of system. But the way this is set up, you can't design a system because it's never going to happen in the same order. Now, there's the same amount of turns, but it's never ever going to happen in the same order. They're not going to attack the same targets. It even has variety with that because you have to draw cards that tell you where the Germans are attacking, whether it's the ground forces, the air forces, what ships they're attacking. But you can have extra things working in your favor, trying to give yourself that extra action economy by making like those provost harbors or keeping your little mall active. That way you get extra actions when you're evacuating the troops. And it's pretty much the only way to truly win at that game. But yeah, he did a really good job with it. I enjoyed it. I've got the full review should be out in the next week or so.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Well, Herm, his games are always good. And this one has been a long one coming because it just took 6 or 8 years to get this one done, to get it
took
out.
that long?
Yeah, it was going for several years. And you have to remember, Legion they get games out at a more deliberate pace. He only does a couple a year, and but they're always good quality. The only drawback to this game, which would be a negative, as far as production value goes, is they flipped the counters. When it was made, they put the front on the back on the front.
Okay, so that wasn't just mine, right?
No, it was everybody's. It was a
God, it
production
drives me
issue.
nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the
Yeah,
same
because
way.
when I was doing a preview of it, I was like, "These
Like,
counters
this-
are wrong."
It's
Like,
not.
but I'm not going to say anything. But I'm not going to say anything because maybe I'm wrong. You know, I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing, and then I was like, found out afterwards. No, yeah, they're wrong. And I was
They
like,
just got it sent to the printer in the wrong order.
yeah, the printer just flipped it. They put it, back to front. And,
It
and I was
doesn't
like,
matter. It doesn't
no,
affect the
no.
game, but
No.
mentally, you think.
mentally,
of,
you're like, I
front
got to
side,
turn
back
them over
end.
on the back.
Exactly.
Right, this is the reduced side, right?
Yeah.
And that does come into play. He had to put out a player aid kind of update listing down which side of the German forces start on which because they get reorganized. And
Yeah.
I know that had to come from that with the counters being printed, wrong like that because people were thinking, well, this is the front side, so it should be up, but it's actually the reorganized side that doesn't come into play until later. So he had to put out that little player aid. It doesn't make that big of a deal. It doesn't affect the gameplay at any point, but it drives you nuts.
But
yeah,
it
it's like a
does.
little
Go ahead.
mental dissonance.
Yeah.
But it does kind of go to, it does kind of touch on something we've had with a previous guest, Bill. He's settled before. It's like any little mistake, Compass gets ridden hard and put up wet on, stuff like that. But, Legion, we're both like, oh, it's no big deal. I pretty much
wouldn't
feel the
hold it
same
against
way
Compass.
regardless of who it is. But
I
Would
wouldn't
you
hold
say
it against Compass. I wouldn't hold it against Compass. I mean,
no, what I'm saying, they get a lot of grief over stuff like that, is what I'm saying. And that's what Bill has complained about in the past, where they would get complained on pretty hard about that, but everyone's given Legion a pass on it.
when
Yeah,
now I
Because, it is what it is.
I kind of look for an excuse to use the word errata when I have a Compass game on the board just to mess with Bill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Compass does get a little bit of a bad rap, just generally speaking. I always see people go hard at them,
Yeah.
Whereas GMT seems to always slide on their, their little
Sure.
fanboys run out and go, "Ooh, GMT's the bestest ever." So there's a little bit of that, right?
Now they want to attack Compass's art. What are
I
they
didn't see
attacking
that.
with Compass's art?
I agree. All Compass has done over the last, since I've been buying their games, since I bought Proud Monster,
Let's put out a shit ton of war games.
is improve one game after the other. There's been better production values, better rule books, better counters, better maps, better art. So yeah, I give them the benefit of the doubt before I get the cut and paste slapper system out from GMT crowd.
Yeah.
I just wish Compass was like a little more consistent, a little more.
What do you
Well,
mean?
consistency is an issue, and development development tightness. Some of the develop, like I've been involved in one of their development cycles early on. I think they try to do a good job, but it's really up to the the designer to drive the development and not the developer to drive it, which it really should be the developer saying, hey, well, no, we're not ready, or
Yeah.
no, let's do this one more time. Let's get 2 more play tests, or someone said this rule is awkward. Why? Let's go back and ask him why, right? Which is one of the things that I would have thought when I don't know which game, it doesn't matter which game it was, it's happening. But the rules changed a lot and got a lot better. But when they were first written, it was a shit show. And I had just like paragraphs of why are you saying this this way when you could say it this way? Do you mean this or this? That type of thing. Because I think that helps a rule writer go, oh, I'm a dumbass. I've played this 500 times. Yeah, what does that mean? What did I mean?
Well, think
That's
about
what-
it.
That's why it's important to have a blind read at the end.
If you look at a Compass game, right, and I think back to like what Compass was putting out, 5-6 years ago, and then I think about the games they're putting out now, you can tell a difference in quality between
very much
their
so.
stuff. But if you take a GMT game from 6 years ago, it's really not any different now compared to, it's like they've just trudged along. They haven't really changed anything. I mean, you can't really blame them. I mean, they're doing what works. They sell plenty of games, so I don't
Right.
fault them for it. But manufacturing's the same style counters, same style maps, same style art. If you look at a game from 6 years ago, you couldn't really tell a difference between a game they've just released today.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't changed. But like, all right, Enemy Action Ardennes. If you set that down next to Enemy Action Kharkov, you can tell the difference between the two, especially with component quality.
Well, one was designed several years ago versus Kharkov, so production values have changed.
Yeah.
For Kharkov.
That's what I'm pointing out, is like they
Yeah,
just have
improved.
tried to learn from their mistakes and improved.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Case Blue, Armored Knights, they are working to fix up some stuff. He invited me. I would have gone if I could, but it's too far away for me to drive to. I think he's doing it in South Carolina. But he's basically doing a big get together, going over everything, revamping the system, and trying to like rebuild it from scratch. So he took the criticism to heart and is working to correct the errors.
That's good.
Good.
So-
I've still got the game. I paid $300 freaking for it. I'd love to see a rule book that works, that's comprehensive, right?
He's
Mhm.
working towards that. I want to give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's all I was asking for, right?
Well, I mean, in fairness, it's a small publisher, but at the same time, it's not a $30 game. So, I mean, for a $30 game, you give a little more leeway than you do when it's 10 times the price.
$30 game, I just throw in the trash and not worry about it.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
$300. It's a lot of money.
$300. I expect $300 worth.
And there was a lot of great improvements: map quality, counter quality. The rule book layout was marginally better. The charts were marginally better. Still very dense and too many fonts, but
Well, what he needs,
the completeness is and clarity just 0 out of 10.
yeah. Well, that's for that game. What he really needs is he needs his team, his consistent play testers and all that stuff, and anybody that has worked on whoever's edited his rules needs to work with an outside person who's never played the game,
Right.
because they come in with a blind read and go, okay, why is it, or why are you taking 3 paragraphs to say something that we can do in 2 sentences or 1 paragraph? We can make it more.
More importantly, why is there no explanation of how the air map works with the maps? I mean, just a little.
I mean, it definitely
I still
needs
don't know
to-
how to use the air system in that game.
Fucking.
I couldn't do it to save my life.
Yeah.
What's that?
The air system.
That's just convoluted bullshit.
He got overly complex with it. There was a much simpler way to handle that. I would lean towards what Thin Red Line Games did with their off-map air for games like Under an Iron Sky. You're already hogging space. I mean, the game is massive. It takes up a huge amount of space, so don't worry about that. Under an Iron Sky, Sacred Oil, they both did the same, but they had those player aids where you kept track of your air.
Mhm.
But their, what was it called? Air superiority sectors.
Yeah.
Right? That was easy to understand.
Yeah.
Right? And then how they operated within the air superiority. It just,
Right.
it was
And
deep.
he's
but
got this
simple.
whole plane fatigue thing, right? So I mean, just 2-hour turn. Is it 2-hour turns or 4-hour turns? I forget what it is now.
I
Like-
couldn't tell you now.
Yeah, but so these guys are doing sorties, and then they're coming in and they go from no fatigue to F1, then they go to F2, then they go, oh, now they can't fly. but
Well,
they
no,
gotta
they
rest.
might go to F1, but they might
Yeah.
go to F2.
Yeah,
or
that's right.
F3.
That's why you got to roll a die.
Yeah.
More die rolling for whatever. Like, just I've got air superiority. I can do whatever I want in this area, or I don't, and I
Yeah.
can do something, but I might lose something. Roll a die. That would be. It would advance play a lot faster, given everything else you have to do in that game. There's a lot.
Or he could do 2 things. He could do 2 things on it. He can either make it more simple, simplified to move things along, or he could make it simplified and then also have the expanded game for people who wanted the full thing.
Yep.
So you had the best of both worlds. Your choice.
With as complex as ground combat already is, simplifying the air system would have just been nothing but a boon, because you've already got
Yeah.
so many factors that are coming into play,
Right.
right?
But
And it's
you know,
not just
sometimes though, but I think why he was trying to do this because how many times you play a ground game and the air component is just that component, and
Right.
you're like, man, I wish there was more meat to it. So then they go the opposite direction and they make it
Right.
like he did with his air thing, or you have like Red Strike where it's very involved air, and it's like, okay, can we have kind of the? It would be nice to have both. You know, if you could simplify it and then had the detailed one, especially when you were playing with a team of people, then you can have the air guys who love the air game. They can do their air stuff, you know, and they know how to fly through it.
Thunder in the
Unintended.
East handled that well, the off-map air,
Mhm.
and the way that it worked with the ground sport. Now, it's been a while since I played that game, but I remember you had just a pool of aircraft that were available for the turn.
Mhm.
You could use them for attacks during that turn, after which they were basically spent, or they could be
Yeah, you
possibly
just
damaged,
sign them off.
and
Right.
they
Kind
would
of
add
like
some type of
Next War
modifier
does.
to the combat.
Right.
Yeah, kind of like Next War does.
Yeah,
Yeah. And EFS does the same thing, right? The Eastern Front series, where you
Mhm.
use them, they go to use, roll the dice if they're coming back, then
Yeah.
they rotate through, and that's over a 2-day cycle for a turn. And because he's got this multi-hour kind of scale, I guess there's this multiple sortie thing going on. So I think there's got to be an easy way to do it. So,
Yeah.
Oh, there's an easier way to do it. I'm just hoping they find it and implement it.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
or
where
at
he's got
least
to get a
give
good
it options.
development team.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, he's got a group of guys meeting up with him. He invited me to come down for it. I would if I could drive, but I can't. And it's another state away, so it's just a little bit out of my reach.
Yeah. That's a shame. That would have been cool. Or, you know, if they do any type of, you know, what you say to them is, hey, if you're going to do any testing on like Vassal for segments of it, you can do it online with you or something like that.
He doesn't do Vassal, dude.
Really?
No.
Shortchanging himself so much by not being able to reach out to people across the country and having to keep everybody local.
Well, this and also just shortchanges sales. Right?
Well, that too. Yeah. Because Vassal's a great tool for reaching people across the world and across the country. And
it's
like
probably
you
just
said,
because he
also
doesn't know how to use it. I mean, he is a one-man operation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think his son plays and helps. So
Well,
yeah, the whole one man thing. You know, there's a lot of this one man business thing. And look, first of all, I shouldn't say I have not designed the game. So I believe that is a handy excuse. It's really more about how much time they want to put into it, and whether it's a full time endeavor or a part time endeavor.
Yeah.
And how serious they want to take it, right? I mean, how many you really want to produce high quality games and charge a premium price? Then you need to put the effort in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like so, well, let's look at Thin Red Line games.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure Fabrizio's retired. If not retired, maybe he's not. But he puts the effort in to get it right up front.
Yeah.
To his mind, and he has very good arguments for how he wants to run things. I've spoken with a lot of guys who know Modern Warfare games well, and there are a lot of things they don't like about his systems. I like them. Under the Iron Sky system in particular, I'm talking about, which is really an air war game, right? It's not the ground war kind of happens, but it's really an air war game because it's all about
air dominance. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big component for modern or Cold War.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but he puts the effort in to get it right, you know?
Yeah.
So, and if we compare the two, they're at relatively equivalent prices, but the quality of the outcome is significantly better from Zero. So, you know,
and it's not components; it's just gameplay.
It's gameplay, and you can. So that's not, to me, that's not an excuse, particularly given that Chris has got such a pretty deep bench of play testers.
Yeah,
seems like it, right? He's always talking. You always see McCollins with 50 guys, 20 guys, 10 guys.
Yeah,
4,000 maps and 20 million counters, they get 2 turns done and they play. Maybe if they actually pick a smaller scenario or something and did 40 turns,
I
maybe
think he made the mistake some publishers make, and he wouldn't be the first by far, where he was too close to it and
too emotional.
Yeah, he had his friends, he had his people that he played with helping out with it, but
Right.
all of them understood the system. He didn't get a noob to come in and tell him,
Right.
"Hey, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something different than what you guys are seeing."
Yeah.
That was the
Well,
one
he
big
needs to have
mistake he
his
made.
crew when it comes to development of this game that he wants to work on further. He needs to work with have his guys that know the game work with an outside person and let that person sit down, learn the game as they're going, and then read the rules. Say, why is it written this way? This is what needs to be changed because I don't understand this. I understand the way you're explaining it to me, but the way you're explaining to me is not the way it's explained in the rule book, and that's not good. And then correct it as they go.
Right. Like I'd go set a section of the map up and put a Zoom call on and get on the phone with someone and move some shit around and then tell me what I'm doing wrong. And then I can ask questions about why, because that's what the rule says. Well, no, it's not what the rule says, Kevin. Here's what it means. And here's
what it says, but it's not what it means.
Here's where you look it up, and here's the reference for that, and here's how, and then we could make adjustments together. I do that. It's Grognon Simulations.
Armored Knights, Case Blue.
Yeah. And well, it's all of his games.
Yeah,
all his games have this same problem. I've played Death Ride multiple times now.
Death Ride wasn't as bad.
But Death Ride, no, but you played no.
You played the more polished version.
You played the little itty bitty baby version. You didn't play the 99-page fiasco I played.
Yeah.
I played the Totenkopf and some other module put together with 3 other guys. A lot of counters. That game is just as big a shit show as Armored Knights.
Why would a Ross be different just because it's smaller? I mean,
because it's an old game, number one. So I have the Sicily module, and it's 20 pages of rules, 15 pages of rules, something like that, right? So it got version 2, then it got version 3, and a current version 99 pages, plus a whole bunch of charts, some of which you can get online, some of which you can't unless you buy a module. So if you had the old games, you can't play with the current rules. No.
That's a problem.
Same issue with the Pacific Island games. There's problems with that scale, timey-wimey thing that goes
Simple
on.
things like rule books where the font is really small. There's a lot of wasted white space on the sides and top and bottom.
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
Set up charts with like 320 DPI. You can barely read what the fuck.
Don't do that. And then the maps are just really plain and
this shit. It's a shit show.
I hate it when a designer or a publisher will give me like this area, like, okay, you can set up roughly here, and it's like, no, I want to. What's the hex number? That's what I want. Give me.
Right.
And again, I have to hark back to them. Thin Red Line Games. They have their little Excel chart that comes with all the scenarios. It tells you exactly which counter. It has the number for the counter. Has the number for the hex. So I knew when I set that game up, I set up everything exactly right.
Or you can always do the other thing. If you want to give agency to the player, you could say within 3 hexes of hex 2045 or something like that. Then you're giving the player some agency, but you are setting them up. You're putting them in the area that these forces should be in. It's up to them if they want to get on the reverse slope or not, or wherever they want to put them. But as long as they're within 3 hexes of that 1 hex, then they're good.
But this didn't even do that. This just had a line.
Yeah.
A squiggle.
Well, you lose the historical accuracy first of all, right? So you don't know where certain battalions set up and all that sort of stuff. And the other thing is, I think he just has a beef with hex numbers. So there are no hex numbers. He's got some goofy system where there's little letters on the map. And then
I was going to say K9 or whatever the heck it is.
You go out 2 and down 1 and 4 to the left and 17 to the right, and that's where the
No, I'm not.
hex is. And that wasn't in the rules.
Yeah.
You had to get that from Death Ride.
Yeah.
Or Armored Knights.
And if you tell me to okay, find K9, now count 3 over and then 12 down, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not.
That
I'm boxing it up and I'm selling it. I'm not going to bother wasting my time.
Now I
Give me a setup
understand
sheet.
what he was talking about with some of the airports and like their locations and shit because I could never figure it out. You're talking about like C9 or K3. That's like the
little red numbers on the map.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's not in the rules.
Nope. Ain't nowhere. Hilarious. $300. Thanks for playing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on the game again. It has its
You are.
problems, but they are working to fix it. So if you have
Yeah.
it, stay tuned. I will cover it again once it's updated. But
new
it is
rules
being
come out. I'll be super excited about that, right? Because I
Yeah.
think that'll be because there's a lot I want to like about it.
Yeah.
But it's not finished, and it was just frustrating to me to.
But how can you get over having a map set up like that where it's so vague?
Oh well,
You got to hunt it down.
That little red thing
Mhm.
move around. That's only for very very like 10 units, right? The
Okay.
rest of it is areas, and it's historical areas. But
Mhm.
the good news is there's no real terrain that really matters. Well, that matters, but there's
Few
terrain that
bridge
matters.
heads.
But there's no reverse slope stuff that you've got to. Oh, I wish I had to put those guys there.
Yeah.
Thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Because I mean, setup, you want to expedite setup as much as possible because for a bigger game, when you get into detailed setup, you generally have to set up the night before because it's going to take you an hour or two or longer to set up.
But
It
I
took
think
me-
war gamers understand that. They
They
account
do.
for
That's
stuff
why
like
I'm
that.
saying don't make it more difficult by not giving them hex numbers where they can easily find out where to go and they have to go into areas and then figure out. Because if you got to go into an area and then set up each area, you're like, okay, is this a really good setup? Or because inside
Right.
your brain, you're going to be going,
Right,
well, is that really optimal or is that
Right,
not?
right.
Then you
As the
get tired
Germans-
by the end of it. You
as
start
the-
throwing counters down.
right, exactly. As the Germans are opening move, you don't know where you really want to be because you haven't mechanically gone through the exercise of moving and then attacking.
Yeah.
And so attacks cost movement points and things. So it's like, where do I really want to be? How many guys? What force can I bring to bear? Where? All that kind of makes a big difference. If you foobar that on the opening turn, you might as well just reset and start again because that game really needs a good opening turn for you to get anywhere near historical.
Yeah. Well, I think every
went
game
with
needs that.
generic stuff that you would try to do. I put, fixed guns into defensive positions. I
Mhm.
put artillery within range of being able to support, you basic tactical setup stuff. But
Sure.
other than that, there was nothing else I could go off of. I think though certain players, like there's some players who are never going to get a game like that. They're just not. They're going to
Sure.
play the smaller tactical stuff, the thing that's got 10 counters on each side.
Yeah.
They'll play lock and load tactical and they'll be happy. They'll play combat commander and they'll be happy. But there are some gamers out there that want the monster, the one with 10,000 counters, and they don't balk at setting it up. Sadly, that's just a few of us, though. I don't think there's a whole lot that are really
Right.
eager
Right.
to set up something of that
Well, it all
size.
comes down to subject matter. I mean, really, if you're into East Front, you're going to be into that. If you're not going to be. And if the setup is made frustrating by, if there's obstacles you have to overcome to try to figure out where you got to set things up,
Right.
then even if you're interested, you're going to, because I know I would just be like, you know what, screw this. I'm wasting too much time trying to set up. I should not be thinking this through this hard.
Right.
I should be setting up and using my brain to enjoy the game, not to try to decipher how to set up the game.
Yeah. I set Guderian's Blitzkrieg to in case blew up.
Mhm.
Half the time I set that thing up. It took me about there's 11 maps. It took me 9 maps maybe. It took me 8 hours maybe 7 hours to set up. Right?
Damn.
And it took me nearly 2 days to set this up, just trying to work my way through
Mhm.
what the hell am I doing type of thing.
Yeah.
The first Hex Encounter war game I ever set up, ever, was Absolute Victory, and I set up the entire world scenario. All 3 maps.
You just dove into the deep end wearing a 50-pound, pack on your back.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was hot shit. I just dove right into the biggest. It was between that game or World at War by GMT.
Mm.
I was picking one or the other, and I decided on Absolute Victory and set that whole thing up. Oh, I was lost as hell.
World at War. You have to go to WBC and check out the back rooms where they have all the big games set up, and they have World at War like every year, and they literally, the guys who take over these big tables, they all literally have laptops set up with their spreadsheets out of the different units, their turn arrival, the whole 9 yards, and then they have literal baking sheets of where their counters are laid out. And they just take, okay, this is the next one that's going to come in. And then they start laying them out on the map or wherever.
Wow.
Then they grab another sheet. I'm like, that's nuts, man. But then again, you can do that because it's, I think, 7 or 8 days long or something like that. So yeah, you spend that first day, well, you probably do it at home for the most part, get most of it set up, and then you bring it there and you finish your setup and then you get into it because I'm going to be planning here for a week playing this.
What was that game, the WBC that me and you met up at? Remember the table Keith was playing at? He was playing World at War 85. And then right next to it was this big table. And I swear they had, what was it, like the longest day or something?
I think it was MMP. Yeah, I think it was MMP that was next to him at the time. Yeah.
But it was a big monster they'd set up and they played it the entire week. And it was fun just to, I'd stop by the table every day and just
see the progress.
See what had happened over the course of the week.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, it all depends what you're into, and if you're into that subject, if you like the system, all that stuff really does come into play. But the good thing is he's open to trying to address the issues, and like you said, and that's a good positive step forward. So looking forward to hearing what you find out after he makes those changes.
It'll be a little while, but I'll keep you updated.
I would not expect him to get that done in a couple of weeks. If he did, I'd be like, what did you really change? In a couple of weeks. But hopefully they'll get it addressed and be able to move forward and maybe get some new sales from it. And so what else you got coming up next as far as big games that you're playing or small games?
You talking to me or Kev?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you, dude.
A lot of digital stuff. Combat Mission just got a new expansion. The British Army of the Rhine got released for Cold War, and I'm getting ready to cover that one. And I've got a Let's Play series going for Shadow Empire. I don't know if you guys have ever played that one, but it's one of the deepest 4Xs that I've ever played. I mean, you keep track of everything: food, logistics, energy. I'm moving my troops forward, and all of a sudden my reconnaissance units ground to a halt and their stats dropped, and I'm like, oh shit, I outran my supply lines. I need to build roads. FYI, people, Matrix Games had a big sale going on. I think it might have just ended. I put up a video on it, but it might still be going on. They had a lot of this stuff, like Combat Mission, 60% off, 80% off on some of them. Close Combat, same way, 60 to 80% off. Shadow Empire, they had it down to like $15. Great time to pick it up. Absolutely great game.
There's a sale. There's a sale right now. Is that what you're saying?
Sale.
It might have just ended.
Too.
Yeah.
I think it's still
for
going.
a little over a week. But it's a great time to pick up this stuff. Combat Mission doesn't go on sale very often. My only problem with Combat Mission is they're about at the end of their time with this engine, because there's countless games based on Combat Mission. So you got modern, you've got Cold War, you've got up-teen World War II versions, but they all use the same engine. And the same engine is rather old. I don't know exactly how old. It's like 10 or 12 years old at this point.
Yeah.
And it's starting to show. Yeah, it's starting to show its age. And it actually, I hate to say this, the DLC crashed on me while I was recording it. I'm like, oh, great, this is good. I had to restart the whole damn thing. They really need to do Combat Mission 2 and just be done with it. I understand why they don't want to. They've got so many of these games, and it's kind of like Paradox. Fans of the series buy every one of them. They love Combat Mission. They understand how to play it. If you've played one, then you know how to play all the others. right?
Yeah.
You don't have to learn anything new. I understand it. I understand why they do it, but it's just showing its age. The graphics are starting to really show their wear. The sound effects, it causes issues even with my recording software. It looks jittery because
Pew,
the refresh rate isn't lining up just right. The games are good, but war gamers appreciate good graphics too, right? We appreciate some more modern stuff as well. So let's invest in combat mission 2 and get something new going on over there. Oh, and they've got Mo, you'll like this one. They've got a new modern naval warfare game. I can't remember the exact name of it, but they've got another one coming out.
Really?
I think it's Modern Naval something. Modern Naval.
Who's that? Matrix?
Matrix and Slither the same company.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's Matrix that's putting out. Both Matrix and Microprose have been putting out a lot of good stuff in the past
Yeah,
few years.
because the Steam sale goes till October 6th. And,
Oh, does it? Well,
yeah, it does.
I don't know if Matrix is still on.
I think they're part of it because let me see what is one of their games.
Combat Mission.
Combat Mission. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Combat
Looks
Mission.
like it's Sea Power. Yeah, Combat Mission still on sale. Cold War is on sale.
Yeah,
50% off
$30.
right
Oh, now you're gonna make me go have a look.
Let's see here. It is.
Yeah, the sale's still going up. Like Close Combat, $8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cannot go wrong with that.
Strategic Command. I love that one. Oh, and they got a new one coming out, or it just came out about a month or so ago called We Go World War II. That one looked really good. I want to try that one out. If Rule the Waves 3 is on sale.
Armor Brigade 2.
Oh, Armor Brigade is outstanding. Real-time strategy game. It's the one where units don't respond instantly.
Mhm.
There's that delay in communication from higher command down throughout, so you actually have to plan ahead. You can't just have your troops respond instantly. It wouldn't happen like that in real life.
Are you able to pause the game and then put orders in?
Yeah, if you're playing single player, you can.
Let's see. B-17 Flying Fortress Classic bundle for
I don't know that
Microprose.
one.
Microprose. That's on sale for $9, $9.37. Now, what is the one? Sea Power is on sale also for $40.
Oh, 40
Now-
off on Sea Power?
It's $40 for Sea
Oh.
Power. It's not 40 off. It's
20% off.
Yeah, it's 20% off right now.
I don't
And-
really blame them. That one's still selling really well. It's a hot
Mhm.
game. They're not going to put it on a big sale anytime soon.
But have they been updating it?
Yeah.
Because I still have not gotten it yet. I'm just because every time I hear something good about it, I hear something bad, it makes me go, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it bake a little more before I.
If you like naval operations and you like a simulation
Mhm.
style game, like something that really simulates it,
Mhm.
get Sea Power.
Yeah.
I mean, it does it. It does it really well.
Yeah, because I mean, I definitely would love to do that, but at the same time, I heard there's some limitations, and I'm like, maybe I'll just
What
let it.
limitations?
Just issues that people have said that they're they haven't gone into details, or I can't remember details off the top of my head. They say, oh, you can tell it's an early release, it's got limitations, and I'm like, well, we have one early release game, well, two early release games that I've got that I like, and that's Gunner Hate PC and 6 Days in Fallujah, and both of those feel pretty polished for games that are in development. I think, and 6 Days is supposed to be getting another AI update here pretty soon. I think they're going to have new missions too as well.
Well, this has I mean, even when I first got the code for it way back when, it had
Mhm.
plenty of content. And the amount of content it's got now is just, I can't even tell you how much. And it's got the ability to create your own. So users have the ability to create their own scenarios.
What's it called?
Sea Power.
Sea Power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Zero interest.
Is that multiplayer too or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have Armored Brigade, 0 minutes played. There you go.
I think I've got the first one.
Armor Brigade and Armor Brigade 2 are really not any different. It's just,
I heard 2 was nice. It was actually a good.
both are good
upgrade.
games, but it's not the graphics look the same, the sound sounds the same. It's just new units, new scenarios, new area.
Let's see. Yeah, I do have Armor Brigade 1.
Shadow Empire, I'm telling you, get Shadow Empire, people. It is so good. It is not easy, though. It is not easy. You will lose.
I don't want to have to
Hmm.
think that hard.
I have no time. I have not played Armor Brigade. I haven't. I just have not played it.
Yeah,
Another
I, have,
good
I
one,
think I
though.
bought it when you guys said, "Well, go get it." And I went and bought it, and I haven't touched it.
Armor
got-
Brigade or Sea Power?
Armored Brigade. Yeah, no, I have no naval games.
I have not been on Steam really. I mean, I'm on now, but I mean, I haven't played anything on
Yeah,
Steam.
I literally just logged in. This has been the first time in 2 months.
What is wrong with you guys? This is wargaming without the setup.
Well,
No,
I
man.
mean, you know, there's other things that we've got going on in our lives too that have taken precedence.
Yeah, and it's called
Unfortunately.
wargaming, and it's called real wargaming. None of this digital bullshit.
And I'll tell you, go play Shadow Empire and tell me that's not real wargaming.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question for you: what is Shadow Empire about?
What's the best way to put this? You are controlling a destroyed civilization. You're trying to kind of rebuild. So imagine Earth colonize the stars. They have a whole bunch of planets that they control. And then there's a huge war and everything gets destroyed. You are now on the other side of that where everything's destroyed and now it's a bunch of small factions. So you control a small faction, you're trying to grow bigger, you're trying to gain resources, gain power through diplomacy, resources, military. You have to do research. Sometimes you'll come across bunkers of old technology that's actually really powerful because it's not being made anymore, right? You'll
Lost
find,
Tech.
yeah, basically lost tech. So it's sci-fi, but
Mhm.
it operates with a very military style. Like it's hex and counter, so you're moving your forces, but you can't just move your forces and attack. You actually have to do things like reconnaissance because certain units
Yeah.
are good at reconnaissance. And if you move next to the enemy, you might think, "Oh, I outnumber them 8-1. This will be easy," but you didn't recon the hex. And then you find out when you attack, oh, wait, there's actually 40 steps of units that I didn't know were there. They were hiding behind the hill. And since I didn't do recon, now my units just got destroyed.
So it's $16 for Shadow Empire right now.
I see a girl in a red dress with gloves with big boobies. Is that the right one?
Is that that's probably the advertisement for the new
Republica.
Republica. It's not released yet. That's the new DLC that's coming out for it.
Hmm.
It expands upon the diplomacy aspect.
I'll wait for the boobies.
Like you talking about movies, and he says it expands on diplomacy.
Yeah. There'll be no diplomacy.
Well, you've got
Yeah,
to balance things out. You can't just attack everyone because if you start being a
Dude,
dick,
lighten up, Francis. Okay, I got it.
it's a good game. That's all I'm saying. It's a good game. It's worth
well,
it.
this is true. This is true.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm really wanting. We've been saying this, and we've never get around to it because our schedules suck when it comes to trying to find time to play. But I still want to get back to 6 Days in Fallujah. I missed that game, and I was just looking at it. I can't believe it. I have not touched it in months, and I still have 137, almost 137 hours in that thing. I can't believe I spent 137 hours playing it over the course of a year.
Oh, I got my video got demonetized for that.
Why?
Because I hadn't bothered to record the campaign. I'd been waiting. So I finally recorded the campaign and they only had like the first 2 missions available at that point. And I was like, all right, I'm going, because usually I mind my P's and Q's. I don't cuss. I don't swear on my videos. I keep it very PG. And I put the warning right up front. I was like, I'm going to talk like a Marine. I'm going to just speak how it was. This is a Marine game. This is where I serve. Like, if you don't like that shit or me saying stuff that's really bad, turn off now. All that's fine. But the problem was when I uploaded the video, I forgot to put on there, check the box for harsh language.
Oh.
So, yeah, when I was uploading it onto YouTube, and they came back and they're like, yeah, we're demonetizing this video right off the bat. So no ad revenue from that one because I was F-bombing my way through the whole damn thing.
Well, how about just letting you change it? to put the warning in, and then that's it. Then it goes back to remonetized.
That it was my fault. It's a force of habit. When I
But you
upload
should be
my
able to
videos-
just check it or uncheck it, and that's it.
But
It's
most of my stuff
demonetized
is
until
none of the
you
above.
remove that.
You know, they ask all those stupid questions.
Yeah.
Is it about politics? Do you swear? Does it have sexual content? Like, no, it's about board games.
Not for kids. That should just cover the whole thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're an
and I
adult
always
and get
check not
offended
for
by
kids.
language, well, you can just turn a channel or go to another video or something. But
No, everybody
Well,
cries.
it's also if you swear within the first 15 or 20 seconds of a video, that clicks you, that triggers the monetization.
that's true, yeah.
I
'cause they
swear
check
it
X
every
amount of
15
seconds.
seconds of the video.
Well,
What?
that's the thing. Every 15
Well,
seconds.
you gotta
it'll
wait.
check.
Yeah.
No, that one I was cussing right all through.
You have to have a timer. You go, okay, guys, today we're going to be playing through 6 days in Fallujah.
Well, have
This
you
is a
played
game
the
about
campaign?
blah, blah, blah. 20 seconds. All right, fuckers, here we go.
Have you played the campaign of it?
Jump
though?
right into it.
The campaign
What?
of 6
Yeah.
Days in Fallujah. Have you played through
Yeah.
it? All right. You
Yeah.
know how it
Yeah.
starts off when you're driving down the streets?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, you're
that's,
driving right into it.
yeah, that's exactly what it looked like for us. So I'm
Mhm.
explaining, all this, and I'm looking around as we're driving through the car, and I'm swearing at the Hajis on the outside of the car. I mean, you can't expect me to be all PC.
Well, the thing Arma rebooted. I think I played
I heard that
one
sucked.
of the Arma games, and I mean, I haven't played Arma rebooted, but I played one of the Arma games in the past, and I just never could get into it. I guess it's because I didn't have a group, and I think that's the kind of a game that you really,
Yeah.
if you find a group to play with, it's a lot more fun. And that's where 6 days is good because you can have four. You have four guys, so
Yeah.
you can have us three alone take up three quarters of the squad or of the team, and then you have one of the AI idiots that jumps in, or you just leave it
Yeah.
without. But
Well,
the
the
AI has
controls
gotten better.
for Arma are really bad. Really bad.
Really,
Yeah.
really,
You know how like you're playing 6 Days in Fallujah, it's fairly intuitive. WASD, you move the mouse, spacebar
Yeah.
jumps. Arma, it's very unusual buttons for some stuff, especially when it comes to your equipment and moving equipment around and
Right.
putting stuff in and out of your backpack. It just so convoluted. I can never really get into that game. It's like
The latest version, Reforger, you got to download a DLC to actually see where you are on the map. Like when you go to the map screen, it doesn't show you where you are, so you can't navigate. Right? You've got to. It really pissed me off a whole bunch. My son, one of my middle guy, big ARM guy, loves it. He showed me the DLC, and we couldn't get to work on my PC, and so I've just bagged it. And I used to play Operation Flashpoint and the second one, what it was called, way back in the day. Like I was on two or three. I was on two teams. We played every week in tournaments and stuff. And
this is Escape from Tarkov.
now it's changed.
is that the VR one or is that the just regular PC one?
No, this is the single one or the one that he was telling us we should play. This actually does look pretty good.
Well, it's an escape shooter. You go out into the world and you're trying to find supplies and weapons and all this other stuff, and then you bring it back to your base. But if you get killed, someone else kills you, they can loot your stuff.
Oh, I've seen this game. Yeah.
And
It just looks like an
played
updated
it.
version of it, though.
I mean,
Now,
the
is
game's
that-
good. It's got a big following.
Yeah, my son plays all these.
Yeah.
That does look kind of neat, though.
Yeah, Finger Wolf's right. Real name is Lose Your Shit.
Yeah, yeah. Now is that? I guess that's PvP. It's not like 6 days is just us. When we're on there, it's just us.
Yeah.
And I prefer games like that because I don't want to sit there and be playing with guys that are just jumping in and farming guys. Because it's like, you know what? I'm not here to do that. I don't have time for that. I got a life.
See-
I'm here to have fun and not worry about losing all my shit.
There are some people that they live for that game.
No, it's a time vacuum. Yeah, I'm out
Yeah.
then.
And I can't dedicate the kind of time that's. Does it have only PvE? Like no PvP component? Like you can just I forget what the word is.
Like a single player co-op. It does have co-op. Okay, yeah. Co-op wouldn't be too bad. If it's co-op against bots, then I'm good. I just don't have time to be going in there and playing PvP against everybody. And I could jump into a match or something like that for fun, go in and have a good time. But
I
can
miss
get
the old capture the flag games.
yeah. Delta Force Capture the Flag back in the day was super
dude,
fun.
How good was that? Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Ghost
Those
Recon.
were fun. Yeah.
This is
Plus,
what
I
you need
had
to get.
a lot more time.
Go
A
VR,
VR
baby.
headset.
Yeah, my kids were playing on it. They were bringing it back to the office for me.
Nice.
The games on that, the military shooters are great because you actually have to eject the magazine, put in a new magazine, rack a round into the chamber, the whole nine. I love those games. And
I'd like to get one that has the controller that's actually a rifle. That would be cool. Where you literally have to physically take a mag out, put another one in, and then make sure you're good to go. You're on fire and everything. Not unsafe. So I guess he does have one of those.
I got the
pistol.
Pistol one.
I had that too with Duck Hunt.
So you
back in the day,
put the controller in there.
Okay.
And then you snack it close, and it gives you the weight, the feel of having a gun in your hand.
But are you aiming with it like you would a pistol, or no?
Yeah, I mean you're looking through the headset, so you're looking down the sights in the game. You can't see what you've got in your hands. That's all just for the feel.
Yeah,
because the controllers are rather light.
I want something that's literal simulation. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, well,
that would be really cool.
It's an Escape from Tarkov-like game for VR, but I can't remember the damn name of it. But
I've never gotten a VR headset.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1942 Fango. Nailed it.
I have not played that in years.
There's a good one you would like. It's called Arizona Sunshine. Killing zombies. It's co-op. Same thing. Would be cool. You got pistols. You can work together. You scavenge ammo and stuff like that. But it actually feels like real shooting because you're looking down the sight. Side alignment, sight picture, the whole nine to shoot the zombie heads. And it's cooler than hell to be standing there, pistol in each hand. Bam, 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 bam. Drop the pistols, grab my rifle. Boom, boom, boom.
You know what, though? When it comes to zombies, I still think one of the best, most fun ever was Nazi zombies on Call of Duty. And when you'd get I think it was 4 or 6. I forget how many we played with, but you get a bunch of your friends and you're like, hey man, it's time for some zombies. Get in there and play zombies. And you're just at first they're all slow and you're shooting with the M1 Garand, and then you're getting new weapons off the wall. And then you go to the mystery box and everyone's trying to get the laser gun, or you get the 30 cal, and it's just a blast. Just you're holding down different areas of the room until the end. And then you gimp one zombie, so he's just crawling around after you while everyone goes and gets all the power-ups that they need, the ammo and everything. And then you're like, all right, kill that guy, and we'll go to the next screen or go to the next level. That was just fun. That was so much fun.
My kids used to get them so that the zombies would follow them around in a big conga line.
Yeah.
Right. And then they line them up, and then have the guy with 30 cal, and they just mow them all down.
Mow them down, yeah.
That's great. I just sit there watching them, just laughing.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of fun.
Teaching them how to troll the losers that they were playing with.
Mm-hmm. Christoph, I keep my thing set to stationary. I actually play sitting down, and I cannot stand up, so I play in my office. Leave it sitting, seated mode, no running into things. I have accidentally chucked a controller or two.
I don't see you gimping around the room doing that. That would be kind of funny, but at the same time, that would be awkward as shit, wouldn't it?
Well, that's how I get my my workout in the evenings, because I can stand there and I do a boxing program. So I have the controllers in my hand and do the whole thing. Man, it gives you a workout, good pump. Feels like you're actually punching somebody in the face, so you can work out some aggression. But you got to make sure that your kids don't walk in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I accidentally cracked one of them. I'm sitting there and she comes up, hi, Daddy. Whack.
Whack. Oh.
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to.
You're like, bam, I felt resistance. And you're on the VR, so you're like, screw it. It mustn't be anything. I don't hear anything. And she's laid out cold on the floor.
No, she was crying. She went and told Mommy, Daddy hit me.
She comes in yelling, "What are you doing?"
Call CPS.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
Oh.
What is Supernatural for? Is it for
Not
VR?
sure.
Think I'll have to tell me. I don't know which game he's talking about.
Not sure.
I'm always
So what do you got coming up, Kev?
Well, I gotta work out if I'm gonna keep playing that EFS
Mhm.
Leningrad. I'm kind of at a point where keep playing for a little bit, and then I could pack up and then set up just the siege of Leningrad and just do that, because the next sort of 30 turns or 20 turns in between will be just kind of more of the same. Or I've obviously been to Normandy, and I'm toying with setting up from June 7th either this guy or Battle for Normandy, the GMT game, and it's that. And then I've also got my play by poll, which is on Facebook mainly. So anyone who's watching that want to join in playing CV, which is Battle Midway, where you join in and vote on the choices for the U.S. Navy. It's a critical time. The Japanese are launching, or appear to be launching, attacks on Midway Island. So we're right in amongst it on the second day, July the 4th, I think it is, about 8 a.m. or something like that. So, or 10 a.m. So
Nice.
that's about it, really. Just getting
Well,
back
I
to
gotta
the swing.
I gotta see. Well, Jeff was here. I don't know if he's still here, but Jeff, we gotta figure out a night to get together and
Hold on.
play Army of the Potomac.
I
What's
was typing to Mike. He's like, Shadow Empire installed. So I typed to him. I was like, prepare to die, Mike. And it's like, this comment has failed to post.
Oh,
It
jeez.
gave me the red error. It's like, yeah, we're not going to post that. I'm like, oh my God, good grief. Come on, stop censoring.
Talk about babysitting. What a load of bullshit, right?
You know what you do is you go prepare to DYE.
Yeah, have to misspell stuff. Mike, I'm telling
Prepare
you,
to
if you
be
haven't played it
unalived.
before, watch some videos. Watch mine, watch someone else. It doesn't matter. I'm noob at it, so you probably want to watch someone who knows what the hell they're doing. But otherwise, you're just going to get ruffle stomped. It's not an easy one. You got to know what you're doing.
What we need to do is we do need to find time to play 6 days. We haven't played that in so damn long. It'll be really
not
rough.
this week, but next week,
Yeah.
maybe. Right?
You know, it's funny. You're retired now and you have no time.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be in town. So Thursday night we're going to Austin.
He's got a lot of events at the AARP.
Then don't come back till Friday, and then I'm going to New Mexico by myself after my birthday.
Nice.
Go take a week off and take some games and just be creative and do things.
I'm jealous. I'm under the 2-year mark now, so I can't wait to retire and I'll have time. And then I'll be like, "Kev, I don't have time to play. I have too many other things going on."
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of, it's like sometimes I'm sitting around and it's like, should I be doing this or should I play a game? And I end up doing nothing. So I need to balance I'm so used to being busy and working and doing stuff that I'm kind of at a bit of a loss to kind of manage my time.
Well, what you need to do is kind of do similar to working in a way and schedule your week ahead of time. So, you know what? This day, I'm going to set up to play this on the next day. And then I'm going to work on this during the day.
Right.
And at night, I'll play the game. So just set times up for yourself that way. And then say, you know what? Wednesday is my day off. I can do whatever I want on that day.
Yeah.
Wednesday is his day to sit on the porch and tell the kids to stop riding the damn skateboards.
Sit on the porch, whittle, and yell at clouds.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
There you go. So repurpose, Kev.
Yeah, true.
But so any last closing thoughts or comments from either one of you guys? Because we're going to wrap it up here.
Just FYI, make sure you guys tune in for the Christmas show. I'm already working on giveaways.
Nice.
Starting on that ahead of time this year instead of waiting until December to think about it. So I should have some good stuff. And I always try to give away a few extras during the Christmas to give back. So got a few things lined up for that. And like I said, Miracle at Dunkirk, got that coming up. Dark Woods, Project Reese, Zombie Game, Epic Warpath. I am in the process of working on that, and we'll be setting that up soon. And FYI, I'm getting ready to put up a video showing some very cost-effective terrain. If you're into 6mm to 15mm wargaming and you need city-style terrain, I will have a video showing some very cost-effective terrain you can get. Costs about $35 for a
Really?
6x4 table.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it paper or is
It's
it 3D
cardstock.
printed? Cardstock.
Cardstock.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
all
Paper.
of it's like folded in, but when you fold out the buildings, you make
Mhm.
all the buildings, and then it's got
It's the pop out ones, yeah.
Yeah, but I glue mine and put foam board on the inside, so it makes them
Sure.
permanent and solid. And then it's got 4 paper mats to give you the streets and the look. But once you set the whole thing up, it looks great. That's going to be
awesome.
our new setup for Alpha Strike BattleTech.
Nice. Yeah. That'll be good. And then there I have another one. It's plastic, hard plastic like that. I have a cardboard one, and I think I have the hard plastic somewhere in my. I think I have it in my shed that I've because I don't have the room anywhere else to put stuff, and I have it there. It needs to be painted and stuff like that. But that's what I'm going to use for aliens when I play the aliens with the miniatures, because you can lay it out like the space station or whatever you want to do. So it's
Which
kinda-
are you talking about? The Aliens RPG?
either or, you
the
can use
book?
it for aliens RPG or for the board game and have like a different layout just to do your missions.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know you had got the game. That's been out for a little while.
The board game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I even painted them, and I did a
Another
video on the
Glorious
painting
Day in
and
the
everything.
Core?
Yeah.
Ah,
I
yeah.
had that, and I've had them painted.
I
Yeah.
covered that game like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, and I painted them like 2 years ago or 3
Wow.
years. No, had to be longer than that, like 3 or 4 years ago when
I
it
could
came
have
out.
waited 2 years to get that to the table.
Yeah, no. This is for when I want to use that terrain instead of just the tiles.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so that way I can have 3D terrain instead of just tiles. And I'm thinking about maybe even going a little crazy and putting some LED lights and stuff like that. And so that way I can dim the lighting in the room and make it a little more spooky or whatever, kind of get into it a little bit.
Sweet.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't you
that'd be
get
a lot of fun.
the Alien RPG too? The
Yeah.
recent Kickstarter?
Yep,
All right,
Yeah,
I
I
got
did,
the
yeah.
book. It's just right there.
we all got it.
Yes.
Got the whole thing. Got all of it. Got the Marine manual, the whole 9 yards, and it's all no good no more. Now all the new stuff is coming out to supersede it.
Well,
it's like,
no, but I think a lot of it's backwards compatible.
it's backwards compatible. You can
Yeah.
convert, but it's just like, man, I just bought that like 2 years ago or 3, whatever it was, 2 years ago, I think. And now they're coming out with the new version. It's like, damn it, haven't even got a chance to sit down and play. And I know someone, see if they're here. I know someone had said to us that they know someone who could GM a game with us because we want to play, and that would make for a great Friday night fights. Would be
Yeah, that'd be
just
fun.
do a one-off,
I'd be
if-
down for that, yeah.
just to get into it and learn it. And
Yeah,
go
but we're
through
all
it
going
and
to want to play as the Marines.
well, we would
we-
play it as Marines.
We'll all play as Marines.
Yeah,
you
well,
can
and we'll
play
all
as-
die horrific deaths. And
Is
Yeah,
it
it
the
would be
characters like
glorious.
Marine or bureaucrat? Like that.
Uh,
Oh no, yeah. You can do anything you want. You can play as
The android.
space trucker. You can be the android. You can be
Yeah.
corporate guy or whatever. Wayland Yutani. No, I'm always gonna have a gun in my hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's just
Body armor and a gun. Let's go.
hell yeah. So if anybody does know who does Aliens RPG, or if any of you guys have done the GM for Aliens RPG, reach out, get a hold of us, because we definitely want to do that. And if we can do it where we can do a one-off where we can knock it out in a couple hours with us 3 and a GM, maybe even a couple more people, we can get a couple more people from the audience into it. We'll do a live stream. That would be fun as hell.
Yeah.
So
Super cool.
let us know, because I think that would be awesome. But anyway, and then one of these nights, if we get back to 6 Days in Fallujah, we can try to figure out how to live stream that and do a live stream with that. That would be fun.
That's not
So
hard
we can
to-
get a lot
to
of-
live stream.
What's that?
That's not hard to live stream, I think. Isn't
I
that just a
don't-
button
I've
you
never
push
done
on
it.
YouTube and
Yeah, I've never done that from within the game. I mean, in Steam. So just have to figure that out. And then
yeah.
where we can have the commentary so we can see what people are saying as they bust our chops as we get,
Yeah.
hosed and stuff. It would be fun.
Might be able to do that using Twitch. Because I've got a
Yeah,
Twitch account.
possible.
Yeah, Twitch. It'll just chew. I can do it on Twitch. I've got a Twitch channel, but I think still, but it chews up the bandwidth. That's all. But
Okay.
GPU.
I got Ting. I got fiber optics, so I can stream anything.
There you go.
Well, me too.
You got
Well, that
team?
sounds good. So we will catch you guys next month when we're back on track for our Halloween show in October. And thank you
Don't
guys for
remind
tuning in
me.
tonight.
God, I hate
And we
Halloween.
appreciate it.
Hey, go
What's that?
spend $300 on costumes.
Well, you can bring them on the show so that we can show them off and get your money's worth out.
Yeah.
See what
I'll
our
go with
costumes look like. Well, have a good night, everybody. We will see you on the next show. Good night.